was like, oh my gosh, I am stuck in the planning phase. Say you're reading books about health and like healthy recipes. That is the motion part. You're learning, you're doing your research, you're gathering everything to get you to that goal of being a healthier person. And the action is when you actually cook your food, when you actually cook the healthy meal and feed yourself those nutritious foods. I was reading the book Atomic Habits. What I realized is that sometimes you can get stuck in the motion phase. Hi everyone, my name is Isary, and in today's video, we are going to be doing a get ready with me and talking about the end of the year reflections. So if you're interested in goal setting and are in need of some extra inspiration, then this video is for you and I hope you enjoy. I am gonna have a baking night with my bestie and my friend Stephanie in LA. So first off, we're going to pin back our hair, primer our face. These two are my go-to at the moment. This video is not sponsored. This is my skin combo. And then we are gonna go in with concealer, and I lost the end of this, but just contours. I guess I can start off with just sharing some life updates, some new things that have been coming along, and I finally manifested financial abundance. I'm on my way. Oh my gosh. This foundation makes me look so pale. And maybe it's this lighting. Me parezco como un vampiro. I'm dying. It's okay, we're gonna add some color, some glow. I was saying I finally got my manager role that I've been wanting. I've been trying to manifest this since last year. Yeah, last year I felt like I was barely getting by, barely making ends meet, and this year I finally feel like I'm starting to thrive. For those of you who don't know, I work in advertising. It's called media planning, but basically it is advertising. Planning all the digital media campaigns for a video game company, me doing my nails, makeup videos, and exploring health topics and personal growth. I feel like that really helps me balance out my corporate job. Yeah, I would say that's the biggest life update, is this new role. I felt like I was going strong and being consistent with making content, videos, trying different like styles, different type of nail techniques, and all of a sudden it's like I lost that flow. Part of me feels like I needed that break. Sorry, I'm like, let me powder really quick. Honestly, yeah, as soon as I set any foundation or use any cream products, I always powder my face, because if not, as you like talk and make facial expressions, you'll just end up wrinkling and it won't give you that final like fleshed out, super smooth skin look. I took a pause from social media. I took a pause from making vlogs. I took a pause from socializing. I feel like it comes in waves. I feel definitely more social in the spring and summer than fall, winter. I just kind of take a step back. I took a break to not just adjust to work, but to focus on other areas of my life, get my daily routine, my daily day-to-day life, make that sustainable enough that it'll support me in my goals and support me in getting me closer to where I want to be. I felt like I was just grinding so hard that the consistency started to feel a little bit boring. But you know, that's how you know things are working and that you're actually getting closer to your goals, because consistency is like you're repeating the same behavior, the same action, but you're also improving as you're doing it. I do feel like I had an epiphany today, which is so crazy. I was reading the book Atomic Habits, and if you have not read that book, I definitely recommend it, especially leading into the new year. There's just so many good pieces of information there on how to build habits and how to get rid of ones that are holding you back. I had an epiphany today reading this book. So the difference between motion and actions. For instance, for getting closer to your goals, motion is when you are in the planning phase, in the learning phase, in the strategizing phase, and all of that is getting closer to your goals. For me, making a list of these are the content ideas that I want to do, putting down my thoughts on paper or in Excel, organizing all that planning. And what I realized is that sometimes you can get stuck in the motion phase and not actually do things that are going to get you closer. Say you're reading books about like health and like healthy recipes. That is the motion part. You're learning, you're doing your research, you're gathering everything to get you to that goal of being a healthier person. And the action is when you actually cook your food, when you actually cook the healthy meal and feed yourself those nutritious foods. So that's the difference. And what I was doing, I realized was like, oh my gosh, I am stuck in the planning phase. And the book explained it so good as to like why that happens, because it's like human nature and how to get out of that. What he said was, motion allows us to feel like we're making progress without running the risk of failure. we naturally are experts of avoiding criticisms, we slip into motion rather than taking action, is because we want to delay failure, which is in a sense of fear. Thinking about it now, it makes so much sense that I was putting a lot of pressure on myself, enough that I was procrastinating by doing all the planning, strategizing, and all the ideas and things that I want to invest in to make it better versus actually doing it. All that stuff is good. Motion, action is even better because you're actually putting into practice everything that you want to become, everything that you should be getting better at. Like, yeah, it's good, keep learning about what you want to do, but it's more important when you actually overcome that fear of like failure and get that practice in. I had put this pressure on myself that it had to be perfect. I had to have the perfect outfits, the perfect makeup, I had to feel the perfect mood, I have like the perfect lighting, decor, and now I'm just in the phase of like, oh shit, like I'm holding myself back if I'm not practicing and not filming these videos, getting back into that consistency of trying to make a video a week or even every 2 weeks, finding my own flow and rhythm. Just keep making them. It'll improve and get better. I have to get over that fear of failing and just focus more on the action, keep filming and just see what comes out naturally and adjust from there. A really interesting story that James Clear tied it to the story of this teacher who was a photographer teacher, and he basically had like 2 groups of students. For their final project, their main goal was quantity. For the other one, the main goal was quality, meaning that they would have to take as many pictures as they can and their grade will solely be based off of that. Versus the other group of students where it was like, you can only submit 1 photo, but it has to be perfect. And then at the end, it turned out that the ones that were focusing on quantity were getting the better photos versus the ones who were focused on quality, because the ones focused on quality were just speculating more, planning more, observing more versus actually getting the practice in and experimenting with the lighting and learning as you go. So to me, I was like, oh my God, epiphany. Yeah, because I did just not realize that I was stuck in this rut. I didn't realize how I had gotten myself stuck in this kind of box of fear, and without knowing it was actually procrastinating, doing my video vlogs, doing my makeup and content, and just creating, and stop overthinking it. Just have fun and do it. That's the message of today. I hope you find it helpful, or that, it helps how you're planning your life and how you are evolving and improving it. My channel's more about just sharing my own personal experiences, and hopefully you can gain something from it or learn with me as we go. I thought, what better end of year video? I'm really excited for the new year because a lot of things have fallen into place for me, and I'm very excited to see how I'm going to adjust my daily schedule, my daily routine around my goals. This job is going to really allow me to work from home first and foremost, which is so important because I'll be able to save time, and I'll be able to have more time to create and make content. I feel like I'm going to learn so much stepping into this manager role. Let's see, fitness goals. I got closer to where I wanted. I feel like I've been consistent, and that'll be a whole other video where I talk about fitness and my workouts and what I've been doing to lean down and gain muscle. I just feel so good. I feel like I didn't fully reach some of my goals, but I got closer to them. So at the end of the day, that's what matters to me. Getting 1% better each day, 1% better each week. It's just so fascinating to me how our habits are compounding interest. The more you repeat them, everything gains interest and adds up at the end. Say you do one thing every single day for the rest of the year, all of that time will add up, and you will have that many hours of that you dedicated to your craft, that you dedicated to your goals each year. I just love life right now. I love that I have full control of my life and that I can manifest anything I set my mind to, and it's already manifesting. I think it's important to reflect each year, reflect about your past year, what worked, what didn't work, and ways that we can improve on those goals by focusing on our daily routines. I think that's what's been making the biggest difference for me, is trying to feel less anxious by focusing on what did I do today, or what am I gonna do today? That's gonna get me a little bit closer to my goal of doing full-time content, of creating multiple streams of income, of getting my abs, getting my fitness goals down. Another game changer for me in terms of all this goal setting is practicing mindfulness, trying to stay more present throughout my day. I feel like I could sometimes become very strict, rigid with I need to accomplish this, and then I'm gonna do this after, and then after that I'm gonna accomplish this, and just focus on crossing things off my to-do list. I realize I'm a lot happier when I'm able to bring myself to the present moment, kind of more being experimental and less rigid about making my content when it comes to makeup looks, when it comes to different nail designs. So not to say that everything was perfect this year, because I feel like there's definitely ups and downs. So I'm just gonna add some Midnight Blast Urban Decay because it's so cute. We're just gonna add her to our lid with our finger because it applies better for some reason versus using your brush. Almost done with our makeup. Let's just do my eyebrows. Highlight our inner corner of our eyes, and then just bringing it up a little bit. Do our lips really quick. Actually, chapstick first because my lips feel chapped. Lips are moisturized. We're just gonna fill her in. Some mascara. We're going in with Ilia. Just put it under our lashes. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you at my next video. Bye. Love you.